Which team won the Major League Fishing team trial, the Patriot Cup, in Oxford, Alabama? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. The third series of the team trail for the Major League Fishing Patriot Cup, happened this last week. It ended today. Day one, they were on Lake Wedowee in Oxford, Alabama. They had Dustin Connell and Jacob Wheeler, who started off on fire day one. They won day one in the first period. It was just over and done with. It was a race to see who would be that second team. Now, just so we can be clear, there's 4 teams, days 1, 2, and 3. 2 of those teams each day move on to the knockout round. The knockout round, you have the elimination round to start off with, then you have the knockout round, then you have the championship. All the teams are the same. They're in the same boat. The good thing about this tournament series is there's no practice. They don't know where they're going. There's a 60-mile circle around Oxford that they know those are the waters they'll fish. They don't know exactly. So Major League Fishing threw them for a little bit of a curve by going to Lake Wedowee to start off with. Everyone thought they'd go someplace else. I think there was only one team in the first 3 days that had any knowledge of what that fishing was. And like I said, day one, Connell and Wheeler just were unbelievable. And the good thing about those 2 guys in the boat together is how well they talk to each other, how well they articulate what they're doing and what they're thinking and what their goal is. And you get the 2 of them on the boat and it's just a learning, it's a master class on how to fish. That's the God's honest truth. With the technology and without it. Now they had a 1 pound minimum catch, weigh, and instant release. And Bradley Roy and Greg Vincent qualified as the second team. Day 2, Clausen and Neal were the team that was going to be very interesting because this was Clausen's last event or possible last event before he moves on to the MPFL. And with Neal attempting to qualify for the elites, that group was someone I was really interested in watching. But it was Clausen and Neal, Wiggins and Evers that moved on. And that was another dominating performance over second place. Day 3 elimination, Jake Lawrence and Alton Jones Jr. and Amori and Rojas won that day. Now they move into the elimination round and they switched place. They went to Lake Weiss, or Weiss Lake. And when they changed, not having any practice and only giving 15 minutes of time, it changed the whole trajectory of this bass fishing tournament. And we need to just recognize, without any practice, without knowing where they're going, and all being in the same kind of boat, just how much it really changes the fishing. Because if you know the area you're gonna fish, it gives you a big advantage. When they don't know Weiss and they don't know the other lake, it really made the tournament more interesting in my opinion. And the anglers strategize on who's gonna use the trolling motor, who's gonna use what lure, and they talk about it. That's what makes this tournament series, as I believe, the best of everything. It's not a slam against the elites or the BPT or the MPFL. I think this way of fishing just is more interesting because the anglers talk to each other and talk to the camera a lot more. Now the championship round went Amori Rojas, Roy Vincent, Jones Jr. Lawrence, and Wheeler Connell. And again, I think this is the best format. I want to make that clear because it's in my notes. They also zero the weights after every elimination, knockout, and championship. So no one has a distinct advantage unless you know where you're fishing. Now with 30 minutes left in period 2 on the championship round, it was a walk away. On the beginning of the period, it was a 1 pound difference. At the end, it was 12-13. Connell and Wheeler just are fantastic together. And Wheeler was going for his second back-to-back team trail championships. He won the last one with Mark Daniels Jr. He won this one with Dustin Connell. Those guys, or Jacob Wheeler and whomever is with him, is probably the favorite in every tournament because Jacob Wheeler is the best angler on the planet. Some might disagree. I think Jacob Wheeler is the best angler on the planet. best with the technology, best without it. And I'm going to be a little critical here. I think that in the championship round, forward-facing sonar played a humongous role. And I almost thought that Wheeler and Connell had a distinct advantage because they're so well advanced in that technology that they knew what was going on. But Jones Jr. and Lawrence are also fantastic with the technology. I almost wish that this was a tournament where they had the same rules as the BPT, where they only had 3 hours to use it, because this was, on day one, it was a walk away for Wheeler and Connell. Now, their elimination round was drastically different, but when they figured it out, they went to the top and did well. But the elimination round and knockout round, those anglers absolutely dominated this fishing tournament. And without practice, that's when this technology really comes into play and becomes crucial. You see the anglers who are more technology-based and more scopers really succeed in this tournament. And I'll be honest, I just love this. I love it. I love every bit of it. I don't get to watch as much, or I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted to in this tournament because there was so much stuff going on, honestly. I wish I could go into it, but I'm never going to go into it. But it's almost crazy the amount of rumors and gossip that has happened in the last week in this industry that is hurtful. And I just don't want to be a part of that. But I want to say congratulations to Jacob and Dustin for absolutely smashing another tournament. And I want to say congratulations to the BPT for putting on another amazing tournament. And thank you. I can't wait for the fourth one. And I want to know what you think. Did you watch it? Did you like it? What did you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on this channel. I really do appreciate it. I am tongue-tied today. I don't know why. I think I'm tired. But I really do appreciate everybody who's interactive on the channel. You guys are amazing. But if you're not a subscriber, please do me a favor. Click that like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know when the next video drops. Remember, take heat fishing, tight lines cheers, and get your fish on.